So this is depositing checks. Hello. I'm sorry. I don't know. I think you guys probably left, so I'll wait. I'll wait for a while. Getting a late start here. Tried to work out to get this video thing, this camera going. It didn't work for me. Brought new stuff, still didn't work. So I don't know. My son said he gonna help me tomorrow, so I just have to wait. But I was all excited. I was trying to fix it. That's why I'm late. However, it still didn't do what I needed it to do. So anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this live. It doesn't matter. I'm a little late, so, and I don't know who else going live, you know. So anyway, hey, Too Blessed, how are you, babes? How was your day? Mine was eventful, very eventful. It started out rough, and I'm like super tired, so I'm really not gonna tarry too long tonight. But anywho, I'm coming on. Hope all is doing well. Everything did turn out to go pretty good for me. So praise God. Hey, Captivating. Sorry, honey. Oh, I have another window open. I'm telling you, I have so much going on. I'm so sorry. Let me see. I don't know what's going on. So hold on. Let me see. It must be OBS. Yeah, give me a minute. Okay. I was having problems. It's OBS. I was trying to go through OBS. Then I tried to go to through StreamYard and hook up, you know, my cam, but it's not working. So my son said he'll help me. I brought all this stuff, so he'll help me tomorrow. But anywho, Captivating, I liked your program today. I did stop by. I caught the replay, honey. Sorry, you know. Miss Bless, I hope you had a nice day. I hope you had a nice day today, honey. I'm sorry you was waiting for me. I appreciate that. Sorry for the late start, but things happen and I just got behind. But I did want to come in. You know, today I was, driving through these streets. And when you driving through these streets, you always could find somebody at home. So, you know, I'm driving through these streets just solo. Didn't have nobody driving. I'm driving through solo. So a couple of places I stopped at today. I stopped at Armand Wiggins. So I stopped at his place today, sat in the back, you know, but however, I watched his video. It's on TS Madison and Gio, the ex-manager now. But he had a clear, crisp picture. I don't know of this guy, part two, Gio, the manager, and it was really good. And this guy was talking, you guys, and I felt for him. He was passionate and he was hurt. So some damage has been done with this friendship. Yes, some damage has definitely been done. But listening to the video is not their first rodeo, breaking up, coming back together. That seems to be the thing nowadays, break up to make up. You know, that's what everybody do. But he has some valid points, and you know, I don't know. This is his version of it. I haven't heard from Madison, so I don't know. So I'm not going to comment, you know, too much one way or the other. I'm just going to comment on what I saw on this video of his and Armand's commentary. Then I had to try over there. I dropped by Wally's place for a short stay, very short. I got to take Wally with a grain of, you know, salt, like a grain of salt. So I stopped by there. He was talking about the Jay Wilson and his interview. And again, he was making comedy of it and light, you know. But according to what I was listening to, he accomplished what he set out to do. Everybody has an agenda, right? So, and As I start cruising, I got bored at Wally's. Didn't stay very long. I ran into Jay Wilson's house and ran back out. I probably was there for about 2 minutes, listening to him apologize, but not apologize, mentioning people, but not mentioning people. And that's what they do here. A little shade, and you can read through a lot of it. So I did that. But I did stop by that CBS interview with Gayle King, and I was having a conversation earlier on this live last night, and somebody had wrote me a comment, and they were saying that Gayle King was, if my boss had came to me and asked me, hold on, my picture's sitting just as crooked because I probably done knocked it down. So anyway, if my boss would come to me with questions that I had to ask whoever I was interviewing, I would have to do it or lose my job. Well, there's two parts to that, a couple of parts to that. I agree that I would have to ask certain questions. So I saw what Gayle King was doing. She was doing what she's paid to do. She's a journalist. So, and she interviews people. And so those questions was brought before her, before Lisa Leslie even came on set to do the interview. So she knew what questions she had to ask, and that's fine. She may have not felt comfortable asking about the Kobe Bryant alleged rape case, but it's her job. So, she might have felt some kind of way, but she did it. Here's my problem with that. Lisa Leslie and her was having a wonderful interview until she asked about Kobe Bryant's rape allegation. Now, this man just died. Not only he died, 8 other people, one to include his daughter, right? So you have to have some type of compassion and sympathy for the family, right? This man has a legacy. So I get that. So we all know that. So she asked a question. This is what I saw. This is what I know. And this is where I put up the stop sign for Gayle King. You know, yeah, you just should have stopped, but you didn't stop. You wanted to play it safe. You wanted to play it safe because that's your bread and butter, and I get it. However, you didn't. You didn't play it safe. There was no way you could make a U-turn. You had to continue to go. And so you came back and you did that half-baked apology, blaming CBS editing. No, Gail, you did it. You did it. Because when you asked Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant's rape allegations and she gave you the first answer, it wasn't good enough for you. You wanted to continue to have her say something she wasn't going to say. So when she said to you that she don't know him and they have been good friends, when she said to you, Gail, that she didn't know him to be aggressive with any woman, so she don't know that to be true, the rape allegations, you proceeded to go on and say, well, you might not because you're his friend, so you might feel some kind of way. You should have left it. That was the answer. When they told you to ask the question, and when she gave you that answer, I don't know him to be aggressive to any woman, and she have been in several places with him. You should have took that. No, you kept digging and digging because you wanted her to say what they wanted you to get her to say. Yeah, yeah. You wanted her to say and smear that boy's name, that man's name, because that's what the higher ups wanted, and that's who paying you. So you cannot apologize. You can't come back from that. As a journalist, you had the liberty to ask the question and take her first answer. You wanted more. So no, you can't make a U-turn. Your apology is not accepted. And that's the way it stands. They used her, absolutely. They used her because they want to smear every black man with a legacy. They want to smear every, and what they're doing, captivating, you right. They are, they are using uh, our people. They're using their own people to destroy them. Now, you got Gail, you have Oprah. Neither one of those ladies has said anything about Epstein, Trump. Now, these men have history. All these white men have history. Bill O'Reilly. Then you got, I said Epstein, right? Harvey Weinstein. Then you had, oh, it's so many of those white men, but nobody says anything to them. No, no one will ask them any question. She have yet, either one of those ladies, Oprah or Gail, have yet to interview any of those white men. But they pay you, and they purposely pay you to destroy your own people. No, they never gonna put their own in that position. But so when I get it, that is your job as a journalist to ask tough questions and to do what they ask you to do, the list of questions, but is a way you can do it. And you know, people always talk about contracts, and I got it. I'm gonna go on contracts because I'm going to talk about the T.S. Madison thing and different type of contracts as well. But I know you in a contractual agreement. You in a contractual agreement. And Kevin Spacey, you right. There you go, captivation. Yeah, Kevin Spacey was one, but it's tons of them. It's tons of them. But they're not going to ask them anything. They're not going to even mention those white folks. But you'll come for your own. Yeah, but that's how they do. See, one thing we have to realize, when you get into the industry and you get into these contracts, you know, they place you just where they want you to be. You know, they place you just where they want you to be. When they give you these contracts, they make you happy, you know, and you're all excited. And a lot of people take contracts and they excited to get TV opportunities, journalistic opportunities, um, music artists. So they're excited, you know, and a lot of times that excitement causes them not to look at the fine print, and it causes you to not even think about what you really might have to do for that money in that contract that you're signing, you know. But I really believe that Gail King could have done better. She didn't, is no excuse. So what's my saying? You get no pass from me, Gail. You nor Oprah. No, neither one of them. All of a sudden, they became white women. They are paid black women. And you know, that's a form of, well, I ain't gonna say that, but you know, it's kind of a form of prostitution too, you know, to a certain degree, but I ain't gonna leave it like that. But anywho, so that's enough of them. Now, I think they could have did better. That's all. I'm gonna leave it alone. Now, Snoop, absolutely not. Nope, Snoop Dogg, no. I know you was emotional. I know how you felt. You was angry at the time. And a lot of us speak out of emotions and don't think. But for you to call her a biatch and then you turn around and publicly threaten her, that was a no-no. You don't get a pass. You don't get a pass either, Snoop, because you could have done better. And then you publicly threaten her. But here's the deal. See, I knew it wouldn't be long before he come back with an apology too. Yeah, of course. They're on him. And of course he was going to apologize because he's doing that show with Martha Stewart. I don't know if y'all know that he does that show with Martha Stewart. And so they don't put the fire to his ass. You know, you either apologize, make this right, because I guarantee you they would have started pulling his shows. They would have started pulling from him. And you know what? Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Those people are powerful. And we can be much powerful. We could be more powerful than them, but we don't stick together. There's no unity with us. We are mentally enslaved, and we can't move past that master mentality, that plantation mentality. And that's our problem, because we could be a powerful people. And that's what they're afraid of. So that's why they doing all this extra stuff in the industry, is to make sure they hold us at a certain level so we won't become too powerful to overtake them. Yeah, that's what that shit is about. But people claim they woke. You're not woke, because if you were woke, you wouldn't do some of the stuff that you do. You know, even with this situation with Gail, Gail, you could have said no. They wouldn't have fired you, girl. Come on. Don't play. Don't play. Don't make these people think that your back was up against the wall. If you would have said, "Hey, I'm not going to ask that question. This is this man's legacy. His death is fresh. His family grieving. I just refuse to do that." One question, they wasn't going to touch you, Gail. They wasn't going to touch you, but they purposely used you to do that. But anywho, enough of that. Susan Rice, I was surprised that Susan Rice did that. I was really surprised to hear her get ghetto. She really got out of pocket and threatened him. But here's the difference. Here's the difference, captivating. Susan Rice and Snoop. Snoop is a noted gang member, thug. You got to remember that. Those labels stick. So they will make that stick. Susan Rice is just a politician, good old educated black girl, you know, and she's in the politics. So they don't feel as if she's a threat as much as Snoop Dogg is a threat. You got to remember that. Yes, he's a black man, so he's a threat from the start. You know, she's a woman. They not gonna view her like they view Snoop Dogg. And so I'm sure behind the scenes, they yanked brother's coat and said, "Hey, listen, you better get this shit together. You better get in front of those cameras and you better make it right. Else we go pull your show with Martha Stewart and some other stuff." And you know they have the ability to do that. No matter how much money we have, they still, in some cases, have the upper hand. It is what it is. It is what it is, you know? So I ran over there and I listened to a little bit of that. And then I said, well, let me go ahead. Let me drive on over here. Let me drive on over here and see what Armand Wiggins is talking about. So Armand Wiggins, let me make sure I want to talk about that. Right, I do. I want to talk about that. So anyway, so I listened to Armand Wiggins, and you know this T.S. Madison thing is trending. It's all over the internet. Yeah, social media is eating it up. And I just want to say something. When I was listening to this guy Gio, this guy, I felt his pain. I felt like this brother thought he was truly betrayed by a good friend. And that's painful. That's painful when you ride with somebody from the beginning, from the very beginning, the infancy of whatever business it is, and you watch them grow and you help them grow. And then what happens? A contract, we talking about a contract, comes along and they don't include you. And you, as my ride or die, don't make it known that you have to put my manager in this contract. He's been with me for years. He's down for me. You have to find something for him. You are able to do that in contracts. You can. You are able to do that. Just like if you are booked for a show or something and you're a celebrity and they ask you, "Hey, I want you to come to our city and do a show. What do you need?" "I need 3 bottles of water. You know, I need some McDonald's in the morning. I need, to go to dinner. I need this." You start naming things that you want in order for you to fill the contract. You put certain things in your contract, right? Yes, you do. You know, they do it all the time. Artists, celebrities, they all do it all the time. So she could have made sure if he was her ride or die manager and he had been with her through thick and thin, she could have made sure that he was included in the contract some kind of way. Apparently, this is what all this kerfuffle is about. Her not putting him in this contract for this new show she have coming on television. And they said she have been wanting to be on TV for years. And here's her big chance. And perhaps she thought in her mind that if she didn't go along with what they were offering her in the contract, then she wouldn't get the contract. So she could have been scared. And in return, she allowed them to not put Gio, her manager, in there. Now, I don't know. I like Madison from what I see on the internet, on social media. I met her once, but it wasn't nothing deep. So I don't know her, but they claim that she's very narcissistic. It has to be about her. And this gentleman, Gio, is so hurt. And I'm going to tell you, I think I would have been hurt just as well, because he's saying he left where he was in Indianapolis to drive 9 hours to be there for Madison whenever needed, right? And he said he has rocked with her from the start. So I guess somewhere behind the scenes, she was talking about him and some of the other staffs to each other, pitting them together. I mean, putting them against each other. So they got wind of it. They started having some type of strife and beef within there, right? Within their little family, the Madison family. This my thing. For one, I don't know what type of skills this gentleman have. I don't know what type of managerial skills Madison has. So you can't just walk in and manage people. You have to have skills. And if they don't have skills when things go wrong and they need to talk it down, stuff like that, if they don't do that, then they stand a chance having a lot of problems with some of that back and forth and talking about each other and backbiting. Because for one, if you have managerial skills, you know what it takes to communicate with people, So some of this stuff don't happen. So I think they don't have no skills. I think he just was with her from the start. He felt as though that she really betrayed him. He's really hurt. So he said he's not returning. I wish the best for Madison. I wish the best for Gio. He said he's never, ever going to manage anyone else. That's up to him. So that's on him. So that's just a little bit, I wasn't going to talk about much. I think I like us just talking to each other. But I didn't go on those streets. I had some people, I'm not green. I'm not green at all. I'm new to YouTube platform as being a content creator, not watching what's going on through YouTube, because I say I always run the street. So I know when people is shading me. I know when people are copying off of me. I know that. And I know when people are let me see, they're mentioning something in relationship to me, or something that went on between us, but they say it in a different way. And so I know who they talking about, and I know when I'm getting shaded, and that's okay. No, I'm not going to answer every time somebody shade me. I told you, I'm not here for beef. No, I'm not for all that. I'm here to bring something new, you know? So I said, no, I'm not going to answer. I said, how do you want me to answer? No, I'm not going to answer. Of course I seen. Of course I know. Of course I heard it. But I'm not going to answer. Everything don't warrant an answer. See, people will try to bait you in. You're not going to bait me in. Everything don't warrant an answer, and I'm not going to answer every time somebody say something to me or about me. It's not worth it. I'm not entertaining a lot of this foolishness. No, I come on here to do my thing, and I'm gonna continue to do my thing. And I said, you either like me or you don't. Hopefully, we could get a YouTube ship going. We come on here and enjoy each other, but I'm never gonna compromise my belief for anyone. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit for anyone. Mm-mm. If I say something and I have made a mistake, then I will retract it. You know, if I offend someone and I didn't mean it on these YouTube streets, these content creators, if I offend you in any way and I really didn't mean it, but that's the way you perceived it, I will apologize. But make no mistake, I'm not sugarcoating nothing, and I'm not making no U-turns. No, no, and I'm not, no, and I'm not going to kiss people's ass. No, I'm just not going to do that. So whether you see me or not, you know, that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. But I did, like I said, I stopped past Wiley's today, and Wiley is just out of control. He's still talking about that interview with Jay and how he manipulated Jay Wilson. Yeah, really. How he set it up to manipulate Jay Wilson. Yeah, he's on this little I think Wiley is the type that set out to destroy people. Hey Shay. Hey Shay, baby, how are you? And Too Blessed. Hey everybody. I just was talking. But anyway, he's set out to destroy people. So when he see people have a bond, if there's a way that he could wiggle himself in there and start all kinds of commotions and pit them against each other, that's his job. He accomplished what he wanted to accomplish with this Jay Wilson Phi Babe thing. Now, I ran past Jay Wilson's house for a minute. Like I said earlier, I stopped by, sat in the back, and so I listened to him. Now, he said him and Phi Babe is okay. Phi Babe and I are okay. He did mention that. See, and that's the bullshit. I mean, that's bullshit. Him and Phi Babe is not okay. Now, they may make it seem like they okay, but she's not okay with what he allowed to happen on his platform. She's not okay with that. You just go check out her video. I'm not going to speak for herself. Her video will speak for itself. So no, she's not. And that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what I mean. They make these U-turns, they slow the traffic down a little bit. They back up and then they, look which way. And then what they do is they go to the private area. So you can't see a lot of stuff. Yeah, they call it Patreon. So they go behind Patreon and, then they make up to break out. That's what they do. But you know that you and Phi Babe is not okay. You're not okay. But that's what they normally say. Oh, we're fine. We okay. Then the next day, somebody else put out a video dragging the other one. So, yeah, I think you can be all about the money. I get it, because we coming back to this money thing, and we all need money to survive, to sustain. We all need money. We know that. But you can't compromise who you are, your integrity, your morals and values for $1. You just can't do that. And that's what I see good old Jay Wilson does. You are compromising your relationships with other people that you supposedly. Oh, okay. You think so, Shay? That's a part of being politically correct. I guess so. I guess so. But I just don't think that you should compromise certain things for money. That's just me. I know I wouldn't do it. you know. And it seems like in this T.S. Madison thing, according to her ex-manager Gio, thank you, baby. But according to T.S. Madison, remember, it came to a contract thing. So that's about dollars. So what you do, you compromise a friendship, and this allegedly that you have had with somebody who have rocked with you for 7 years for $1. Because you want to smell that money so bad. You want that fame so bad. You compromise your relationship with somebody who rocked with you. Jay Wilson, you compromise your friendship with Phi Babe and QB. You know, all of a sudden you have no YouTube friends, nobody on YouTube, your friend. That's not the first time I heard you say that either. Nope, you said it more than once. Nobody, this is just business. This is my business. Nobody gonna mess up my coin. My coin, this, I'm going to make my coin. That's fine. That's fine and dandy if that's the way you feel. But you have to take into consideration, when you establish a relationship with somebody and they trust you and they like you and they there for you, then does a coin takes the place of a true value relationship with somebody? Because I'm totally confused, because I don't think so. I don't think so. But if that's the type of person you are, then I get it. And you make it plain. That's one thing I could say about you. That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say, Shay. Exactly. He will let you know he's about the bag. He's about the bag. And you're right about that. If one present an unfair front of both win more funds when they appear to be peace in the family, it is joining forces. Right. There you go, Shay. That's all I'm saying. They could make more money together than, I guess in some cases, than they are apart. I don't know. It depends on which direction they going. But I just think that he's playing it safe. Let me tell you what I think about Mr. Wilson. I think, and you see my little safe zone, I think he's in the safe zone because that girl is winning in that sector. And he don't want, she's knocking down numbers sometime. And I have to give it to Fi. She's knocking down numbers. So he's playing it safe, because it seems like when you have an art with somebody on here, you lose subbies, and some people gain subbies, and then people drag you. And he's the type that don't really want to be dragged. Now he'll throw shade and he'll come back at you, but he makes sure he pick and choose who he picks with too, who he call himself dragging. And he don't want to really piss her off, but he did it, and he know he did it. They're just gonna smooth it over, so he say. But like you said, baby girl, he never lie. He always say he's about the bag. And I get that. I get that. People to his play. Yeah, that's true. You know what? I get it. Wait. I told you, I get it, Shay. I agree with you. I know it's a business. But sometime in business, you have to be very careful of who you step on to get to the top. That's in life and that's in business. And then in business, sometimes you have to be cutthroat. I get it. I get you have to be cutthroat. But remember, this is YouTube and it is a business. But then there's businesses beyond YouTube, you know? And people watch you. People watch how you move. People watch whether you are genuine. Are you loyal? Are you committed to what you really say? And they watch the way you move. Because the same way you moving on YouTube, the same way you move in here, and you just so worried about a bag that you compromising your YouTube ship and behind the door friendship and whatever, and you compromising and you backtracking, you U-turning, you doing all that, you know, you talking about people, and that's okay because that's what they do here. I got that. Like I told you, I'm not totally against the mess because I wouldn't be here, you know, but I get all that. But at the end of the day, you have to know who you are. And it's not always just about a bag, baby. Yes, it's not always just about a bag. Because if you make it just about a bag and you really believe that, then it leads me to believe that you don't know, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And that lets me know you'll do anything for money. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now, that's just my opinion and my view on it. Right? They both making money, and that's okay. They both making money. But you know, I noticed about this YouTube thing, and I'll tell you what I noticed, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, because Captivating Christian was up here, but you could correct me if I'm wrong. You make more money on this YouTube, in most cases, especially in this sector, the beef sector, you make more money beefing and collabing, and then sometimes solo. You know, but if you bring something good to the YouTube tables, like when they first started out with the gentleman panel started out okay, then you know each one of them was getting money because people would super chat them and cash app them. When they do certain things, people would super chat and cash app them. Excuse me. So they making money in that area. But I just think if you would sometime collab, you know, with other people, and that it would help also, you know. But I don't know. Everybody do their own thing. I guess everybody do their own thing. You can't make nobody, you know. Okay, I'm reading this. And that alone is why. Okay, yes, neither wants to lose money if 1%. I was reading that. I'm sorry. Of course, people would do anything for money. Oops, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on, baby. Let me read this. Of course, people do anything for money. Both people have this career on YouTube full time. This is their income. They both have people skills, unlike any other. That's why they have thousands. Oh, really? Really? This is their full time job? Mm. You know what? I tell you what. I don't know. You know, I like I said, I don't visit whatchamacallit too much, Jay Wilson um platform too much. I just don't connect with him. But now I know Fi Babe has a personality, and she have subbies who love her, but so does Jay Wilson. I do know that. And you right. You right. You right. They are skilled workers. And they work in this YouTube. They are. But let me tell you something now that you say that, because I beg to differ. Now I'm gonna tell you why I beg to differ. Okay. Let me tell you why I beg to differ. And maybe you'll see why. Because they knock down views 3,000, 1,000 be in their chat. Hold on, 1,000, and then they get up to views, you know, sometime after the replays and stuff, they get 5 and 7,000. So yeah, they making a little change, right? Because they knocking down movies. I mean, they knocking down videos every day. So hold on. So Jay Wilson does the same thing. He get 4,000, 5,000, and then the replays, the views grow, right? But baby, you have Tasha K, you have Lovely T, you have Impressive, you have Daytime T, you have oh shit, you have Jeffree Star. You have, even though Jeffree Star is different, but I'm going to talk about Tasha K and them because they do a celebrity. You have Storm Arrow. You have people knocking down millions of views. Yeah. Millions of views. So they making real money. They're making real money. And I get it. So if this is your bread and butter, and you said that, Shay, I want you to just listen, baby girl. If this is your bread and butter, then you need to take it somewhere else, because beefing over here, getting 3,000 and 4,000 views is nothing compared to getting million views, 100,000 people, 25,000. And yes, you do have to grow. You have to grow, but you got to know what it takes to grow. You know, you're staying at this level. People collabs can be good and bad things at times. You're right. You're right. Captivating. You're right. You're growing and you staying at this level. You know, even though I think Five Babe is kind of like a new YouTuber, but she been on like 8 months to a year. I think I've known about maybe 8 months to a year. That's how long I think I've been watching her. When that Tracy and that lunch thing with her baby girl happened, that's how long. Yeah, so I think so. But when you talking about making money, baby, this is chump change. That's chump change what they making. And if you would sell your soul for chump change and you call that having skills, have at it. I ain't mad at you. Do what works for you. I'm not mad at you either way, because do what works for you. But when you talking about real money, then we need to go play somewhere else. We need to play chess and not checkers. But you do have to grow, you know. But if this is your bread and butter, and we can't say somebody's content with making, 4,000 and 5,000 views, and that's good. That's good. I ain't knocking 5. Oh, okay. Five said that. Oh, Five Babe said this is her bread and butter. Okay. And I think is Jay Wilson's bread and butter as well. I think so. So you're right. So they yeah, they do have people skills, and I agree with that. And I do believe that your platform grows certain ways on YouTube, and I do believe that people connect to you, your personality. Yeah, that's what I said, baby. I said they not here. I know those bigger YouTubers not here every day, and then some of them run videos every day too. Uh-huh. They make sure they do video clips, but I'm watching it. They do it a certain way. Yeah. Yeah, they started making change. Shay, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing it, but I'm telling you what I'm saying is where I beg to differ at. When you tell me, when you was expressing to me that they have people skills and they're doing all right and this is their bread and butter, and I said to you, I beg to differ. I said because there are people, hold on, there are people that's knocking down real views. You got people, Mob Radio is coming up. You have all those people, and they are having in their chat 23,000 people at a time. 23,000 people at a time. 23,000 views. And then when you look back at the replays, they are at 600 and 700,000, views. So they making real money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So I'm saying if you would sell your soul, or you would do that, and you would if you would do some things you're doing right now at this lower level, then only two things can happen. You're going to stay at this level, and please believe you're going to stay at this level, or you'll rise above it and you'll do better and you'll make big money. That's all I'm saying. No, and you're right. No one likes a drama-free zone, and I know that. And I know that. Okay. It's a reality show. I'm not saying that you right. This is a reality show as well. I'm telling you, I don't even watch television anymore, but I'm not going to still compromise what I believe. And it's okay. We agree to disagree. That's all. But to me, The way they move is a little different than where what I would move like. That's for me, you know. But like you said, nobody like a drama free zone. Oh, do I see that? But also, you can bring something to the table that's not drama filled all the time. You can do that and you'll still get a lot of views. You'll still get a lot of views. You just have to find what that is. But everybody don't like drama, but a lot of us do. I like mess. I like drama, but I'm only going to go to a certain extent. So, you know, and that's just who I am. And like I said, we can agree to disagree. And that's okay, Yolanda. Yolanda, it's good. Like I said, I'm gonna be me regardless. Regardless. I'm gonna be me regardless and do me. You know, I like I said, I'm not perfect. I like mess, but I'm not going to come on this YouTube every day and talk and drag somebody. That's just not what I'm going to do. That's just not who I'm going to be. I'll do it my way. And I'll say this and I'll make it I'll make it perfectly clear. You have a choice, two choices to watch me or not, two more choices to sub or not. I'm not going to do certain things. Yes, I like mess, but I will not compromise my morals and values and my beliefs for some things. I just, not for a dollar, baby, not for a dollar, not for a dime. No, that's just who I am now. But it is what it is, you know? Weight loss sector, cooking sector, spiritual sector, DY sectors pulling. Yes, ma'am, Yolanda. You right about that. You right about that. That mukbang. Now, mukbang have had their problems, but they pull in thousands of views too. And you could watch them. That's just watching them eat. And they got 25,000 people in their lives and everything. Or no, they don't do lives, do they? No, I think they upload videos though, but they get good viewership. They do. So everything is not about beef butts. This is the sector for it, you know? And it is what it is. Okay, I heard all of that. You heard all of what, babe? Too blessed you heard all that. All of what? A lot of roast and gag is good, but this has gone too far. I agree. And yeah, I agree. I agree. And I think what it is gone too far. The sign behind you. What two things should a girl be? I can't say the words. She said, for one, she should always be classy and fabulous, girl. Classy. You can't be too classy if you too gutter. So classy, you know. But anyway, I don't want to get off into that tantrum, but it's okay to disagree. I mean, agree to disagree. You know, it's no harm. Like I said, I'm just going to do me, you know, and I'll grow the way I grow, you know, and it is what it is. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things and getting paid. You just have to find out what it is that you could do to get paid. You know, that's all. Mm-hmm. But anywho, I wasn't gonna spend too much time. I was gonna talk about that. I talked about the T.S. Madison thing. I was really upset. I'm really kind of upset because I didn't get my camera stuff going, so I'll work on that tomorrow. Then I had some things going on. But yeah, you know, and I read my comments. Oh, I love conspiracy too. Oh, I love conspiracy. My kids will tell you that. Oh yeah. I was just about to drop this video on Biggie and Tupac. I think some real stuff happened with that. Uh-huh. It's been years and it's that murder still haven't those murders haven't been solved. That's crazy too. But I heard more and more. And I think just now with that Puff thing, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but she was saying conspiracy videos. I like that. With that Mace thing when he approached Puff, I think that opened the door. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I think this Puff thing, because somebody had wrote some, so I'm kind of answering it in the chat. I think this Puff situation when Mace approached them, yep, yep, too blessed, when Mace approached Puff about getting back his publishing rights, then that opened up doors. Yeah, that opened up a lot of doors. They say the government too is part of it, you know, and you gotta watch them because they get rid of a bunch of us. But also, they said it was a setup, so it's kind of confusing. But I think they purposely did that, make it confusing, so we won't understand what role they played in it. And you know, they'll pin some shit on somebody. They sure will. Yeah, you right. You right. You are absolutely right, Shay. Yeah, people like variety. And you know what? To be honest, I did we already discuss Madison case? I did discuss Madison. I did. I'm telling you, I did discuss that, Shay. hmm I'll tell you what I thought about it. I don't want to, I'm just saying this. I don't know all of it. I just think the manager was hurt. He came on YouTube to, I don't know, spill tea or whatever. I don't know. It's a mess. But I think it's behind a contract from what I gathered from other videos, and people who have worked for Madison have spoke very ill of her. But you know, if you fire somebody or somebody leave your company and they're not happy, they always going to talk bad about you. So we can't believe everything we hear from one side and not the other side. You know, there's always two sides to a story and maybe three. So yeah, I did talk about Madison. Yeah, I like Madison. I do. But is a possibility that what these people are saying, because this man said some of this stuff out of hurt. And I don't believe I you think so? Captivating, you think so? Oh, who you talking about when you say both artists wanted to do something? I'm sorry, Shay. Who you talking about captivating? Who you talking to me? Who you talking to? You lied to me? When you say girl, child, please, I hear you. Who you talking to? Girl, child, please, I hear you. Listen, captivating, captivating. Who are you talking about when you say I believe? Yep, I believe both artists. You talking about Biggie and Tupac, correct? Captivating. Oh, let me tell you something. You get into that ASMR. Let me tell you something. You will get captivated by that. I watch that a lot too. Those people eating, I think I watch them because I can't believe, like Be Love, I can't believe that little lady could eat all that food. Yep, captivating. I know I'm going back and forth between Shay Too Blessed. I'm going back between both of y'all. But captivating, that's what the video I'm doing is about. They both wanted to leave. They both wanted to leave. Even though the West Coast and the East Coast was beefing, Big and Tupac, believe it or not, liked each other. And they wanted to go their separate ways. And you got to remember, at that time, Big and Tupac was the biggest artist going, you know? So people was threatened by them, right? Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Captivating. We on the same page. People were threatened by them. Mm-hmm. And you know, they had taught They had taught, let me see how to put this. They had taught Puffy how to be slick with his artists. And you know Suge Knight knew how to. Yeah, they knew that game. Those Jews had taught them the game, how you would get these artists under your belt and you'll rip them off. And that's what happened with Puff and Mace. And that's why Mace just said what he said. Puff, if you believe in what you saying, why don't you sell me back my publishing rights? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. Right. And that's what they were afraid of. That's what they were afraid of. So I have so much information on them because I was gonna drop a video. But my kids always say, "Mom, you believe in too much conspiracy theory." And I said, "No." I said, "Sometimes you have to read through stuff." I said, "Sometimes you have to read through stuff. You can't just allow people to tell you something and be satisfied with it, you know, because that industry is big. The industry is real big. You see what I'm saying? And like we was just talking about it. We was just talking about it at a lower level. For the love of money is the root of all evil, because money make people powerful. And when they get so powerful, they can be a force to be reckoned with. And if you look at where Puff at now, he's like a powerful man. Him and Jay-Z both. Yeah, they both are powerful men. So I wouldn't put it past them. You know what? I wouldn't put it past Puff nor Suge to send somebody to hit Big, to sacrifice Big and Tupac. I don't put it past them. You know Suge Knight was treacherous. And see, come to find out, as things being revealed, I was listening to this guy who was working on a case and stuff, and I took some notes. Here's the revelation. Puff had got mad that Suge Knight was with his baby mama. He was mad that Suge Knight was messing with his baby's mama. So now remember, you got two people who want power, and they go see who the toughest. Because at first they were scared of the West Coast because they know those Negroes in LA didn't play. So I'm gonna tell you. So they tried to blame it on this guy Amir Muhammad. But oh God, you guys, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you because I really want to drop the video because it's so informative and it makes you think, you know. But now that we here, I'm gonna say it. So they tried to pin this on this guy Amir Muhammad. That's who they said killed Biggie, right? But to me, what I believe is it was a setup by Puff. You go back in the corner. You go back in the corner, Shay. Look what Shay wrote. But let me tell you. So let me finish this. So Shay, you go sit in the corner. We in class talking about conspiracy. So listen. So what I think is, hold on. I'm gonna tell you some stuff. Let me go back to this. Faith said, I'm trying to get you to bless. So listen. Okay, so listen to this. So they were about to do their own thing, right? Now, Mace, now listen to this. You remember at the Grammys, Mace just called he called this guy Gene Deal. This guy Gene Deal, you guys got to check him out. You might think sometimes he's embellishing, but you got to remember, if somebody been around you for years, you know they know something about you, and they know a good amount, secrets and everything about you, if you allow them to get that comfortable with you. So this guy Gene Deal, he used to be Puff's Bad Boys Entertainment security for a long time, right? For years. And he has this show, and he was saying where Mace, and I believe this is true. I believe this is true only because the recent activity just happened when Mace called him when he asked Puffy to sell him back his publishing rights for $2 million, and Puffy declined and told him that he had a European gentleman who wanted to pay more, and if Mace could match that, he'll give him back his publishing rights. Right? That's some foul shit. But that's what they do. They get these artists, they turn over their publishing rights to them, they pay them a little of something, and they don't know any better, and they go for it. And then when they see how much money and they become hip to the game, then you have problems because they don't want to give you your publishing rights back. Remember? Taylor Swift won hers back. You see what she going through. All of a sudden, Prince disappeared when he wanted his publishing rights back. And that's what they call the publishing rights, is two parts of the master's catalog. So when they wanted their masters back, what happened? Prince went to sleep on a drug overdose. Whitney Houston went to sleep on a drug overdose. Taylor Swift, they basically blackballing her. You ain't heard too much from her, right? Who else wanted their masters back? Now I'm gonna tell you, you might not like it, and it might ruffle some feathers here or trigger something. R. Kelly, in his last album, his last song, I Admit It, and I just want you to follow me. He said, I admit it. I wrote my own music. I admit it. I don't own my own music. I admit it. I want my publishing rights back, but they won't give it to me. Yep. So here's the deal. Look what happened to R. Kelly. He had been doing that shit for years. For if he did any of those things that he said he did, and we know he did, I believe he did some. Now, some of this new stuff with the Clarys and the what's that? The Clarys and who the other one? Jocelyn and her mother and the Clarys and all of them. I believe they set him up at the end, Azarel and her family. You know, now Tim Savage and them, they money hungry, and so is Azriel Clary. But I think, and this is just me, and everybody don't come after me at once, I believe that they sold their children. Now I'm not saying they say, hey, here's my daughter for $250,000 or $1 million. Not like that. I think they thought they were going to get something out of the deal, and they turned their daughters over to R. Kelly. That's what I believe. And I believe that little girl, Azriel, may be a little manipulative. That's what I believe. So whenever it seems like an artist want their publishing rights back, shit start happening to them. Yeah. Stuff start happening to him. So now that Mace asked Puffy for his, now Mace ain't been with Puffy in years, and that's what we was talking about. Hold on, I want to see that. See, okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here, captivating. Hold on. Let's go here. Bill had a lot of stuff people wanted, plus he was in the work. Okay, now let me tell you something. That's what I'm saying. That's the powers to be, the real powers to be, they pull strings, and they use us sometime to pull those strings, and they lure us in the industry, you know. They lure people in, right? So we was talking about Big and Puffy. So let me go back to that. I digress because I believe Taylor Taylor Swift, you notice she ain't been nowhere lately after she asked those people for her masters. We know that Whitney Houston wanted her masters. We said that Prince wanted his masters back. Who else we were saying? R. Kelly. Now all of a sudden, this shit just started happening to R. Kelly. Now all of a sudden, y'all want to bring up these charges, and these people want to disclose their NDAs and all that stuff because now his money is dwindling. I don't think so. I think because music and television are closely. I think what it is that boy was somebody was about to help him get his masters, his music masters back. And when Sony and them did that, when he approached them with his masters back, then they said, F that. We gonna take him to the bank. We gonna take him to the cleaners, baby, not the bank. They was taking him to the bank. They was taking him to the bank for 25 years. They allow him to do that. 25 years. R. Kelly came out in 1992 and 1994. He got the contract, right? He got the contract with RCA, I believe. Was it RCA and Sony at first? He got the contract in like 94, and he had married Aaliyah and stuff, and she was underage. Y'all knew that. Y'all knew she was underage. You didn't send him to jail then, did you? You covered it up. He had rape allegations and had went to court and made settlements with 3 women. With 3 women. You guys knew that. You didn't say nothing. So hold on. So now all of a sudden, this guy is talking about getting his masters back, and now you guys want to take him through. You want to take him through all this. You want to just destroy him now. You want to destroy this man. And it's not, you know what? How do I feel about the symptoms and family? I know. They even did Kobe Bryant. Too blessed. How do I feel about that? They showed a picture with Kobe Bryant, a cartoon with him with his 2 trophies crashing. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what that is. See, that's what I mean. That's why I believe some of this stuff is done by the higher ups. And is nothing we could do. Hold on. Too blessed. They known before, and I think music. Yeah. They only find and think music. They close related, and they ran by demons. Those people are fucking demons. They money hungry. They are so money hungry. They are demons. Right. When you say out, you leaving, baby? They had an entire videotape. Yeah. Oh, tape out. I see what you're saying. Yes. And isn't that strange that they even had Kobe Bryant's? And here's another thing. How did TMZ get to the scene before anybody else? They knew before anybody else? Ain't that crazy? That's why you guys, I'm glad we talking about this because I'm not crazy. My kids say, oh, Mom, you believe in all that conspiracy? Mina, people have the capability of doing shit like that. They doing it every day. They doing it every day. And they do it so that you think somebody else did it. Yeah, there's a lot of strange things happen with those. I know. Oh, I don't even want to go into that. So let's go back, y'all. We digress because we all into this now. But let's go back to this Biggie thing so I can lead y'all to somewhere. Okay, hold on. Let me take you back to this Biggie thing. So after this, and this was the recent Grammy. So after he had contacted Puff about giving him back offering him $2 million. He said, yeah, you accepting an iconic award and talking about people are slave in this time that we, helped each other and be recognized. He said, how about you sell me back my publishing rights, right? And so I told you what he said. No, if you can match what the European man has, then you can have it, right? So Mace left. So a couple of days later, Mace calls this guy Gene Dill, and the phone recording, I have it. And he's saying, hey, Gene, he said, man, I never had a problem with you. You're a stand-up guy. Now, this is after he approached Puffy. So I want you to follow a story where I think that Puff did set Biggie up to kill him. So hold on. To get killed. So he said, hey man, you always been a stand-up guy and I've always worked with you and thought you was all right. What you talking about? Me and Diddy, well, he was calling him Puffy, used to pray together. So they used the term pray together to mean sexual relationships with each other. He said, man, I'm not like that. I don't know why you would be saying stuff like that. This is Mace talking to this guy, Gene. Follow me, right? So after he said that, he said, what are you talking about, Mace? He said, yeah, man, I ain't even like that. He said, and if you go tell, he said, I see your videos. If you go tell what happened, make sure you tell it all. Now, he said, make sure you tell it all. And that's what Mace was saying to this guy, Gene, who was Puffy security for years, who now dropped videos spilling the tea about Puff, right? And so when I looked at Gene's video, he was saying Mace had called him and Mace hung up, and he tried to call Mace back, but Mace never picked up the phone. So he made a video the next day saying, Mace, I told you, he said, I just want to make this video to let you know that Mace had nothing to do with Biggie's murder. I'm going to say it again. Mace had nothing to do with Biggie's murder. He wasn't even there, right? So after he said that, Mace has said, Gene was saying that Mace told Puff that day that he had ran into some guys at an event he was doing at a basketball event, and they told him that they was gonna kill Big, and him, supposedly. But Mace was good to go. So that night, when they had that Source Award party, Mace didn't go. He was going with Brandy at the time. So at the time, he stayed in the hotel. Because he said he knew that the security was snakes. Now, I hope you guys are following me because it's long. This was going to be a long video. Now, he said he knew they were snakes, so he didn't go to the party because he didn't feel secure, because he knew he had told Puff that they had threatened to kill them, right? So Gene, who was Puff security, and he was hold on. Wow, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, I'm telling you, sis. I'm telling you, I could give you a lot of sites. I got the recordings and everything. So anyway, Gene, who was Puff security, remember I told you he was Puffy security? Gene had placed a call to Puff that day. Now, Mace had told Gene that he had got these threats, that these cats said they was gonna kill Big and Puff, right? Supposedly, that's what they told Mace. So he told Puff. He called Puff. He said, I have 18 men who's gonna secure the venue. Some will be outside, and I'll have some inside. Now, I want you to follow me because I remember I told you that they said this guy Amir Muhammad, that's a Muslim. Amir Muhammad killed Biggie, right? They got him locked up and everything. So anyway, he said he called Puff and told Puff, say, hey Puff, I have 18 guys I hired, and we gonna take care of the event. We gonna take care of the event, the party. And he said that Puff told him, no, Gene. He said, you don't need 18 guys. He said, because I already have the FOI, used to be Future Islam. Remember the Muslim men with the little bow tie and stuff like that, and the little hat, the Muslims? And they were big at securing event and venues for celebrities and artists and stuff because they were a big organization. And people were scared of Muslims back then. Yeah, they were really scared of Muslims. So they secured a lot of events. You know, remember, they was around when Martin Luther King, believe it or not, got killed too. They were around, you know. So anyway, he said he told him, and then Puff said, no, I just need y'all to secure the inside, and the Fruit of Islam go secure the outside. Right? So he said, so they're going to secure the inside. Okay, hold on. And then he was like, nah, man. He said, nah. He said, I don't feel good about that. He said, I don't feel good about that. He said, because these cats want to kill Biggie and you. He said, nah, it'll be all right. Just do what I say. Now, that leads me to this, and this is why I believe this is true. And you could check this out. I can give you the information to follow, because that day, that night, they killed Big. Now, Puff was in one car. Gene, if you go back and watch the video, Gene is getting in the car, and in the truck, in the SUV, you see Gene getting in the back seat of the vehicle, and this, whoever this guy is, and watch the video, this guy has on white. He has on white, and you see Gene, the security, sit next to him. When they pull off, they start shooting, and then they start yelling, oh shit, somebody shot Big. I think somebody shot Big. How would you know right away that they had shot Big when you had two cars following? And so the video shows the guy in the white, whoever the guy in the white, just take off running, just ran, jumped out the door and ran. So then they come back, and all of a sudden they accuse this guy, Amir Muhammad, of killing Biggie. Yeah, that shit was crazy. It was, and there's more to it. It's more to it. Yeah. Read that, the story that TMZ reporter said that his boyfriend told him to go mess with the... What? Yolanda, what story? Did you read the story that the TMZ reporter said that his boyfriend told him to go mess with the helicopter? The reporter that was first on the scene said that? Really? No, I ain't heard nothing like that. His boyfriend told him go mess with the helicopter. What you mean by that? What you mean about that? And this one too, this Bobby Christina, and their death. Yeah, there's some stuff going on. I will see if I can still find the story. No, I didn't know that. Who was? Wow, I'm gonna have to check that. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. And now this guy had been what time is this guy had been reporting on it, trying to break the case, and he wrote something totally different. But they said that it was crooked cops, and that, oh shit, I almost forget that. And they said that the cops and this man, Amir Muhammad, who was an ex-police officer, used to work for Suge Knight. That he was on Suge Knight the payroll. That Suge Knight had LA police on his payroll, and this guy Amir Muhammad, who supposedly killed Biggs, was on Suge Knight's payroll. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, so I do believe that stuff happened. I'm not even sure who, TMZ really is. I know it's Harvey Levine, but I'm not sure because how would they get on the scene so quick? Just so quick. They talking about they have somebody flying, they have something flying around that they could see stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know if it's true or if it's not. What? I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. But anyway, well, ladies, it's 11 something. I really didn't have no commentary or nothing. I just wanted to say that T.S. Madison thing. Too blessed. Yeah, you missed that. No, who was that? Shay. She ran. She wanted to hear that T.S. Madison. She wanted to hear about T.S. Madison. You know? I don't know. But I know money is powerful and everybody wants it. They do. They want the money, and I agree. I need a little change myself. I don't mind. Yolanda, you looking for that story? You looking for that Kobe story? Mm, let me see. Yeah, I think so too. Well, you know what they say? Too blessed, you still here? You still here, too blessed? You know what they say? Now, I don't know, but they say that Bobby Christina wasn't dead when they said she was dead. They said she was still alive, but they had put it out that she had already died. So I don't know, but that's some ironic and strange shit. How her and her mother died just alike. That's crazy. That's crazy. Her and her mother died just alike. And then a couple of years later, Nick Gordon died too of an overdose. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, I think some of that stuff be weird too. But we'll never know. Okay, baby. Bye bye. See you guys later. You guys leaving? Yeah, I'm about to head in myself. I gotta make a call. Shh. Wendy, I'm doing a live right now, but I did call you. Okay, I'll call you back. Bye. Yeah, I'll call you back. I'm doing a live. No, she's good. It's good. Bye. Oh wow, people be blacking on you. Yeah, they say she was dead, so I don't know. But anywho, Shay, I'm sorry you missed it. I'm going to bed now. It was just a chat. I didn't have a lot of commentary. I'm working on that Biggie story, but captivating. Um, hey, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up in a few minutes because I want to talk to you about this. Thank you. Leave a message here. I appreciate everybody I appreciate everybody stopping by to do a little live with me and have a little chat. I'm a little tired. I didn't, I had some stuff going on today, so I was up and I've been up early. So, but anyway, thanks for stopping by, supporting me and chatting. Um, you can leave me a comment. Don't forget to hit that like button. You know that like gets you in the algorithm. So hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Leave a comment. I welcome all comments, good or bad. I grow from them, so it doesn't matter. And if you have something that you want to talk about when we have our just chit chat nights, sometime it'll go like that. Sometime I'll have commentary. I'm just going to do me. Okay. And every night I won't be dragging nobody or nothing like that. So if you come in here for drags, the wrong place. I'm not doing this shit every night. But anywho, if I find need to, I will. But I'm trying to go in a different direction. So hit me up and let me know. Everybody, peace and good night.